For the Wolfpack After Hours runners. Let's see if we could get some press releases here in After Hours. Maybe we'll catch one or two. A couple of good press releases, maybe. With any luck, a bunch of you caught OST today. It was just up over 300%. Nice run on that stock. Let's see, ARWR, Pharmaceuticals Chief Officer Ken Maswick to retire May 13th. All right, well, that stock's been running up today. ARWR. Evero, good afternoon. Let me fix my chat filter here. Good afternoon. We've got about 3 minutes here, and after hours trading will officially start, and if we're lucky, we'll get a couple of nice press releases, if we're lucky. We will try to keep you up to speed on what is running in after hours, what percentage they're up. And of course, if we get any press releases, we'll be sure to throw those out there at you. Jimbo, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Finally warmed up here. It is 80 degrees. 80 degrees and sunny in Central Florida. I hope your weather is just as beautiful wherever you are. We've got 2 minutes. 2 minutes to go. Kathy, Sheila, good afternoon over there in YouTube. Got my moderators ready to go. Hopefully you won't be too busy over there. We'll see what takes off here at 4 o'clock in after hours trading. And if we're lucky, we'll get a good one. If we're lucky. Thank you. Thank you for the rose. I appreciate that very much. Let's see. 1 minute to go. One more minute. We'll be taking this out on the road in the next week. Going to get the RV fired up and head out, I think, next week. SBEV making some moves. All right, let's see what happens here in after hours. We've got 20 seconds to go. Fingers crossed, we get a nice press release. Key Lime, good afternoon. Thank you. Let's see. All right, here we go with after hours trading. Let's see what pops up first. JNVR strategic partnership with Kraken. JNVR. It's a $77 stock, so it's not a cheapie. SYRA. SYRA. Making a move here in after hours. SYRA. QUBT looks like a class action lawsuit. That first 1 minute candle looks pretty good on SYRA. Let's see if this next 1 minute candle looks just as good or if it's going to drop. It's going to take 3 or 4 minutes for these things to work themselves out and figure out which one's actually going up and which one is just a nice little head fake. SNYR. SNYR. Trying to push up here in after hours. SNYR. ICAD. ICAD. Radnet to acquire ICAD. ICAD is being acquired. ICAD. At about $3.61 per share. TGL trying to move up. TGL spiked up pretty nice on that second candle, and now it's pulling back. Mura, M-U-R-A from this morning, that one is starting to push up as well. M-U-R-A. We'll try to catch that one before it goes, if it decides to go. So we've got ICAD, ICAD sitting at about 70% right now. SYRA pushing up, still trying. It's up 48%. TGL also trying to push up here. Let's see if this is going to pull down or not. It's up 51%. Mura struggling just a little bit. Carrie, good afternoon. TGL, what are you going to do? Treasure Global. TGL, are you going to pop here or not? Like I said, it's going to take a few minutes for these things to settle down, and we can get a clear picture of which one is going to be the one. Very often these things spike in the first minute. That first 1 minute candle can really fake you out. They spike very quickly in that first minute, a lot of them, giving you the impression that they're going to run, and then they don't. They just pull all the way back down again. So we have to give it a few minutes and let them settle down. ICAD, ICAD, still trying to push up a little bit. SYRA, TGL. All right, here's some more press releases. SMTK, Smart Chem, to premiere micro LED smart backlight demonstration for next gen automotive industry. That seems a bit on the fluffy side. It's not moving anywhere. INDA. SMTK. SMTK popped up real quick, but there's no volume following that instant spike, so we're not going to pay too much attention to that one. SPCE inducement grants, financial results, annual report, financial results. So far, we've not gotten the press release that we're looking for here in after hours so far, but it's still young. We've only been into this 6 minutes now, so WYHG. WYHG popped up kind of out of nowhere here. It's a $10 stock. PPSI, fiscal year 2025 revenues. They back their fiscal 2025 revenues at about 27 to 29 million. So it popped up a little bit on that revenue statement. JNVR, this is the strategic partnership with crypto exchange Kraken. ARWR appoints Dr. David Appel as CFO. All right, that's not helping anybody. ICAD. I wouldn't expect ICAD to go much higher than it already is. It might go up to about 350 maybe. But I wouldn't expect it to get much higher than that. SYRA starting to curl back up again. This one might get back in play. TGL also trying to curl back up and get itself back in play. PPSI, Pioneer Power Solutions, talking about fourth quarter revenues. Popped a little bit on that. TGL still trying. SYRA just pulled back a fuzz. Just a fuzz. PPSI, kind of all over the place. Big spread on that one. PPSI's got about a 30-cent spread. Well, yeah, about a 30-cent spread, so it's a little bit dangerous. Let's see. Let's go back and look at WYHG. This is another one with a massive spread on it. The bid is at 1074 and the ask is at 14. So this is acting like a typical after hours stock. Very dangerous. No volume. If we see the bid price starting to climb, starting to approach that ask price, that'll be some encouragement. But right now it's too big of a spread on that one. ENSC hanging tough. ICAD to acquire RadNet's going to acquire ICAD in an all stock transaction. Like I said, I wouldn't probably see that thing go much higher than 340 to 350 is probably going to be about it on that one. SOFI, DGNX. Nothing there. Twin got TGL from 315 to 345. Well, I'm glad to see somebody's made some money on that. OST sneaking up in there. Another one on iCAD, transaction value, 103. Another one on iCAD. Nothing there. DWTX. Tried to crawl. Dogwood Therapeutics trying. OST trying to climb again. What a beautiful run today on that stock. Unbelievable. Can it get it back? Can it gain its glory back? Can we get it back up to $5 here in after hours? OST. I think that would be a great challenge. DGNX. Announced a strategic alliance to launch Diginex ESG in Malaysia. Yeah, it's fluffy. WYHG is pulling down. Tara, new chief medical officer. Well, I'll tell you what, this is pretty uneventful here. iCAD pushing up a little. TGL trying to push up again. TGL might take off here in a minute. We're going to keep a close eye on this one. This one looks primed. Mura going sideways. JNVR, 5th Annual Digital Assets Symposium. Blaze, 4th quarter results, 1st quarter 2025. Another one on expected 2025 earnings. A lot of earnings release dates in after hours here today. Not a lot of good solid PRs. Yes. NYR. SYNR trying to push up. William, good to have you here. ICAD pulling back. Nobody wants to pay too much for that. That's not going to go up much higher. The buyout deal on ICAD is for $3.61 a share. So as you can imagine, nobody's going to pay anywhere near $3.61 for it because that's all they're getting in the buyout. So like I said, it might go 340, 350 maybe, but I doubt we're going to see too much higher than that. Silver Fox, good afternoon. CYH announces definitive agreement to sell ownership interest in Cedar Park Regional Medical Center in Texas. CYH. CYH, Community Health Systems. For $460 million in cash. Community Health is going to sell its ownership interest in Cedar Park Regional Medical Center in Texas for $460 million in cash. So I would expect that share price to go up a little bit. Sitting at 288 right now. Bids at 280. Might pull back to 270 maybe on a pullback. If we're lucky before it takes off. If it takes off. A lot of ifs in there. But there's always a lot of ifs with these press releases. We never know which press release is going to get traction. IRWD, Ironwood Pharmaceuticals, just popped up on a press release. Looks like it was just a price target change, so that's a non-issue. ICAD, TGL. These are all going sideways right now. TGL, SYRA is pulling down. CYH, we need some volume here. Volume is dried up. Volume is dried up badly. It's a shame, too. This one's got some upside potential on CYH. It's a little shame it's not getting more attention. Brian, yes, slap that ask. That's what I always say. QUBT. Investors who lost money to class action lawsuit. Volume is drying up badly on CYH. Ooh, not looking good for volume. Another class action lawsuit. iCAD's at about 340. Like I said, between 340 and 350, would not expect it to go any higher than 350. Not even close. But no money to be made on that one. SYRA pulling down. OST. OST still climbing up. For those of you who've been following that stock here in after hours, that one's pulling up. It's gone up a good 30 cents. BSGM, PMN, SX, SYH. Yeah, without any volume, CYH is a death trap. That one doesn't have a good look to it without any volume. MRVI, class action lawsuit. Those are not helpful. TGL hanging in there still. Treasure Global, TGL, popped up here in after hours right at 4 o'clock and has been going sideways. OST still hanging in there. Let's see if TGL will break to the upside. It's been consolidating here for a while. We'll see if this thing breaks to the upside. That would be nice. Love to see this thing break to the upside and take a good solid run at $4. That would be sweet. We could use that. Be good to get us a nice 100% runner here in after hours. Can't sign in on Google. Huh. I wonder what's up with that, Bob. Did you clear out your cache or whatever they call that? Huh. I don't know. It's very odd. Blaze. Fourth quarter financials. ARIS. First quarter 2025 results. Conference call. Come on, TGL. Low float here. Low float stock. Looking for it to break to the upside. I appreciate that, Bob, letting me know. Low float on TGL. Which means there's a lot of potential there for this thing to pop if it gets volume. And right now it's not getting a lot of volume. So we need retail to step it up. Come on, retail, step it up. Let's hit that, slap that ask. Come on, retail. Shout it out. Get retail excited about TGL and get this thing moving. See if we can get a bunch of retail traders to hit that ask price. Buy into the ask. Corey, yes. We got to get it to shake that moneymaker. Let's get it up there. INDI, come on, baby. Semiconductors stay set for all these earnings. Come on. Just waiting for it to pop. CYH is tanking. Community Health is dropping down below where it closed at yesterday. Just not getting any volume. I've got 1 minute candles here with 2,000 shares. 4,000, 2,000, 4,000. 2,000. There's no volume. Nobody's interested in this stock. And when nobody's interested in this thing, any of these stocks, without the volume, all they do is plummet. People get bored of holding them. They get tired of waiting on it to do something, and they start selling off. And the quickest way to get out is to sell into the bid price. Whatever the current bid price is, to sell that price, and you'll get out. The problem is it causes the stock to drop, and it doesn't take very many people doing that to drop the price, especially in after hours where there's not a lot of action to begin with. And you have to have a lot of volume in pre-market and after hours to sustain any of these climbs. All right, ICAD is not going anywhere. TGL, nowhere. SYR. BSGM popped up. OST trying again. ENSC trying again. PMN, DWTX. DWTX, wow. Dogwood Therapeutics, boom. Holy smokes. Talk about a boom. Wow. 435 to 466 on a 1 minute candle. Nice pop. And it's not done. My goodness. All right, here's some more press releases. OST announces pricing of a $5 million registered direct offering. OST, $5 million direct offering. Direct offering on OST. You know what that means. MNTK announces a share repurchase program. OST. $5 million registered direct offering. Now, a direct offering is not as bad as a public offering, but retail traders don't see it that way sometimes. BNZI reports their fourth quarter revenue of $16.7 million. BNZI. Price is going up on that financial. BNZI. And then, of course, let's go back to MNTK. That was the one that had the $5 million share repurchase program started. All things considered, OST is hanging on pretty tough here in lieu of this offering. Much more of a drop, and it's going to scare some folks out. We didn't get the big, massive panic sell-off on this one that we have seen on other stocks in the past. Albert, good afternoon. JetBlue. Looks like just general market news. OCGN. Stock advances 4%. Outperforms the market. Just general market news. CRBP. General market news. I hope this OST holds above 3 for those of you that have it. I'm afraid if this drops below 3, it's going to drop fast. I would venture to say there's probably a lot of retail out there right now with a mental stop loss of $3. And at $3, they're not going to endure any more pain. So I hope it stays above 3. For everybody's sake that's in that stock. This is about the third time we've seen this happen in about as many days with these offerings. Now, this is not something new. I will make sure all the new people understand this. When you see a stock rise from the ashes and has an amazing run, and I'm talking penny stocks, when you see one of these things that runs 200-300% in one day, it's absolutely normal for these things to have offerings, either public offering or direct offering, the day of the climb or the next day. So it's not anything unusual at all. And anybody that's been trading for any length of time will let you know that is true. When these penny stocks rise like this, the companies take advantage of that and they do offerings. So this is not unusual. ICAD, TGL, SYRA, Vero. Let's go back and look at Vero. I haven't looked at Vero since this morning in pre-market. Got a nice climb on Vero this morning when the market opened. Beautiful climb. But as you can see, it fell apart. And as of right now, it's not getting any volume. I'm looking at the monthly chart on Vero, Venus Concepts, and it's not impressive. It's not looking very good. Nothing about the chart speaks to me and says this is one to watch. I would have liked to have seen today close a little higher than it did. I would have liked to have seen that close so that we could see it as the beginning of a reversal on its overall chart, on the monthly chart. I would have liked to have seen that close somewhere up near $5, but it's lower than it was 2 days ago. It's lower than it was 3 days ago. It's not the beginning of a reversal just yet, in my opinion. It hasn't started yet. Might be good for a swing play if we see it start rising tomorrow up towards that $5 spot. DWTX got about a looks like we've got a 7-cent spread on this one. Okay, ICAD coming down, TGL down, SYRA down, SBEV, Splash Beverage, that one's climbing. That was a good call out from after hours yesterday. Climbed up so beautifully in after hours and then sunk all pre-market this morning and kind of went flat today during the day. It really didn't do a whole lot. There was a couple of times when it looked like it was going to climb up and start climbing north, but then it fell right back down again. It hasn't been until just here, since about 3:45 today when it started climbing again, and it's been on a nice climb since. Dave, BNZI 108 to 153. Good trade. BNZI straight up and crash. Man, I'll tell you what, today is not a very impressive day. I can tell you that. At least here in after hours. This is not what we're used to. This is not good. BAER, new person on their board of directors. Yeah, today's been tough. SBEV, SBEV, booming. Come on, baby. Boom, boom, boom. Up through 350. $348, $349, there's $350, $354, $356. Nice little pop there. Well, the Dow closed today down 155 points. NASDAQ closed at 8 points down. S&P is 9 points down. SPY's currently down. Wasn't a good day in the market. Pennies have been kind of sort of flat. Kind of an odd time right now with kind of a odd time for pennies. Pennies historically, it seems like the vast majority of them are doing really well. And we can count on getting quite a few runners. Or the vast majority of them are just not doing well at all. And it's scraping the bottom of the barrel to try to find anything that's moving decently. But the last couple of weeks, it's been a mix. Some days we get one or two that really run great, but everything else is just total trash. I don't know. It's just been the pennies have been kind of weird here lately. Let's go look at SBEV again. For those of you trading Splash Beverage, it's up $3.74 we just wicked up to. Not a bad climb off of that 249 here in after hours. 377, 393. Boom. That was a boom boom. Holy smokes. Anybody holding SBEV, Splash Beverage, anybody holding that from earlier here in after hours? Did anybody take the dip down there by chance? Walnuts, good afternoon. You felt that one coming? Man, I'd love to see that bust up through $4. Well, we got it to wick up to 393, pretty darn close to 4. RSI is pretty hot right now. That seems to happen a lot, Bob, don't it? Stock cannot be running at all, and as soon as I go look at it, it takes off. I know it's just coincidence, but it cracks me up sometimes. It happens a lot. I go check something, and as soon as I look at it, it starts running. Very odd. Oh, I hope you guys got one of these. Next level would be 488. I would love to see it pounce over that. It's got a low float stock here now. They just did a reverse split back on March 28th. So this thing's got a relatively small float. And this is the first time, today is really the first time that this thing has ran since the reverse split. Well, let's hope it breaks up through 4, takes a nice solid run at 5. Still got lots of time in after hours here for it to do something. I won't be around to watch it. Let's see. Well, SBEV is pulling backwards here. No new press releases. So far, we've gotten 45 press releases. That's pretty low. Even for after hours. We usually have quite a few more than that. I've missed the last few really good runners in after hours. Yeah. God, I can remember many months ago. Remember it clearly. We were catching 2, 3, sometimes 4 100% runners in after hours. Retail was on fire, man. Retail was hitting these penny stocks like you wouldn't believe. And it was not uncommon to get 3 or 4 of them every single night while we were live. Press release would come out, stock would take off. I mean, insane. Every single night, not just here and there. I mean, it was every single night. It was incredible. It was incredible to be a part of that. That's where you try to make as much money during those times to kind of help you level out on the slow times. We haven't had any days like that for a while. It's been kind of slow. We had one yesterday. I think it was yesterday. XAGE Was that yesterday? I think that was yesterday. That one ran 140% in after hours for us. But not today. Not today. Nothing's running in after hours so far. Not significantly. SBEV has made an attempt. SBEV has done well. Now, it's gone from the 250s to 393. So there was a lot of good opportunity there to scalp at least $1 a share off of that stock. So we're not going to complain about SBEV tonight. But in terms of percentages, it's only up 26%. Sean, you have a great evening. Yeah, it's coming back, Bob. No worries. Those good days are coming back. They always do. All you folks that have been trading for years and years and years and years, you know what I'm talking about. We see the cycles. Market's really great. Everything's running. Everything you touch is gold. And then it goes into a slump and everything's rotten and nothing's moving. Everything after hours sucks. Pre-market sucks. And then it swings back the other direction again and everything's good again. It happens. And we're just in that slow moment right now. It'll pick back up though. It'll get nice again. I have a lot of faith in it. I have a lot of faith. 67% account boost in 2 weeks is pretty good, Bob. That's pretty good. It'll come back. We'll get back to those sweet days of 100% runners and after hours every day. It's coming. Hopefully nobody gets discouraged between now and then when the good times are coming back. It's easy to get discouraged in this market when it's like it is. And just not making the kind of money you think you ought to be making, or losing money. It's easy to get discouraged. Just hang in there. The good days are coming back again. Just hang in there. Hang on tight to that dry powder. Hang on tight to your money. Don't get anxious and full of anxiety that, oh my gosh, I got to make money. I got to make money. Just chill out, relax, keep your money, keep your powder dry, as they say. You just wait for the market to turn around. It's coming. Just stay safe. Corey, you have a great evening. I'll see you in the morning. Well, we've got about 5 minutes and there's nothing going on, man. I got nothing over 40% right now. Nothing's up over 40%. I mean, it's bad. Without a doubt, this is probably one of the slower after hours that we've had. What's for dinner? Tonight is a pot roast. Got a roast in the crock pot. Been in the crock pot all day long. Chopped up some potatoes, in there, some carrots, a little bit of onion, and a nice big roast sitting right in the middle of it. Gonna be good. Gonna be yummy. Let's see, 4 minutes. Well, typically I'm on here till about 5 p.m. I have found that historically speaking, the press releases come out in after hours between 4 and 5. If they're not out by 5 o'clock, they're probably not going to come out. Oh, there might be one that comes out, trickles out there at 6:15 or 7:20 tonight. You know, you never know. But I don't stay on a computer that long just waiting for one press release that might or might not pop up. So use about 5 o'clock. That's it for me. DWTX trying to get over 5. Dogwood, come on, baby, push. We wicked up to $4.99. We need to get that up over 5. OST trying to get back in the game again. OST trying to get back in the game after that ugly sell-off. It broke that 3 I was talking about and dropped all the way to 269. It's back to 320. It found a bottom down there around 271, 270, and decided to bounce. Let's hope it continues to bounce. Let me verify my account. Oh, for God's sakes. Had to verify my account on TikTok. All right, 1.5 minutes. TGL coming down. SBEV trying to curl up. STKH, BSGM, APL. PMN. Boy, DWTX is dropping again. That thing is just can't catch a break, can it? Just can't catch a break. Come on, SBEV. Kristen, you have a great night as well. Thank you for popping in. Appreciate it. And thank you for hitting the subscribe button on YouTube and hitting the follow button on TikTok. We really appreciate that very much. And of course, we can't forget about Instagram. I think we'll try Facebook next week. That sounds fun. Remember, it's a short trading week this week. Keep that in mind. This week is a short trading week. SBEV, SBEV starting to curl back up. Markets closed on Friday. It's Good Friday. So it's a holiday and the market will be closed. Look at SBEV trying to boost. Boom, trying to boom up there and get a big boom candle. Let's boom up past 375. That would be nice. So remember, it's going to be a short trading week. Kat, good afternoon. SBEV is up 27%. Boy, there ain't nothing running. JNVR. We got one press release that popped up at 5 o'clock. JNVR partners with Kraken to expand its crypto holdings. Well, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot here, so I think I'm going to call it a night. I'd recap what's running right now for you, but there's nothing running. I mean, everything that starts to push up a little bit gets pushed right back down again. Nothing's getting any traction. There's no follow through on any of these. They're just falling apart after they go up a little bit. So best of luck to you here in after hours if you stick with it any longer. But I think I'm going to call it a night and get myself something to eat and something cold to drink and relax for a little bit. You guys have a great night. We will see you on the website on Zoom at 6:45 a.m. Eastern Time, as always. And TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram will be live at 7:35 tomorrow morning, 7:35 in the morning, Eastern Time. And we'll do some pre-market trading together. If you'd like to join us on the website for 3 hours of press releases and pre-market, feel free. Just go to the website, wolfpackcommunity.com, and subscribe to live Zoom trading. Maybe grab a t-shirt while you're there. I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Until then, have a great evening. Looks like SBEV just popped pretty nice. SBEV.